It sees things other cars can't. How far can Ford technology take you?
दुबई, सपनों का शहर। यहां ना जाने कितने सपने रोज उतरते हैं। अपनों को खुशियां देने के सपने, कुछ बड़ा कर दिखाने के सपने, सपने अपने लिए, सपने अपनों के लिए। लेकिन ख्वाब और हकीकत के बीच का यह सफर न जाने कितनी कोशिशों, कितनी मुश्किलों और कितने इम्तिहानों से तय होता है। इस सफर में कुछ लोग टूट के बिखर जाते हैं, कुछ बुलंदियों पर पहुंचकर अपने सपनों को पूरा होते देखते हैं। लेकिन एक तीसरी किस्म भी है जो लड़ रही है हालात से, किस्मत से, वक्त से, और टूट के बिखर जाना जिन्हें मंजूर नहीं। कुछ ऐसे लोग जिनका सपना ही दूसरों के सपने साकार करना है, जिन लोगों ने हमें सिखाया कि इस जज्बे के लिए ना तो पैसा जरूरी है, ना रसूख और ना ही वक्त। इस जज्बे के लिए जरूरी है तो बस नियत। ये मामूली लोग हैं जो गैर मामूली काम कर रहे हैं। ये ऐसे ही लोगों की कहानी है।
गमों को हंसते ही देखा है, खुशियों को रोते भी देखा है। एक अकेला बड़ा सहारा, भीड़ को तन्हा भी देखा है। ये शहर, ये रौनकें, और इम्तिहान कैसे कैसे। इसी ज़मीं पे मिले हैं हमको आसमां कैसे कैसे, आसमां कैसे कैसे, आसमां कैसे कैसे।
नमस्कार, गुड इवनिंग, सलाम। मेरा नाम है गगन मुदगल और यह है फोर्ड द एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी आसमां कैसे कैसे। दोस्तों, ये शो शुरू करने से पहले, आज का एपिसोड शुरू करने से पहले, मैं आप सभी का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ, आपके मैसेजेस के लिए, आपकी ईमेल्स के लिए और फेसबुक और ट्विटर पे हमें लिखने के लिए। इससे हमारा शो और बेहतर बनता है, इसलिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। ये जो शो है ये हमें बताता है कि दूसरों के लिए कैसे जिया जाता है और ज़िंदगी में कुछ घंटे आप देकर किसी की ज़िंदगी बदल सकते हैं। आज हम आपको एक ऐसी हस्ती से मिलवाएंगे जिनकी अपनी फैमिली है, खुशहाल ज़िंदगी है, लेकिन इन्होंने जाना कि अनाथ बच्चों को आपके सहारे की कितनी ज़रूरत है। अनाथ बच्चों के अलावा कुछ ऐसे बच्चे जो ज़हनी तौर पे कमज़ोर हैं, जो स्पेशल किड्स हैं, उन्हें तो आपके ध्यान की और ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है। नादिया अलसाई ने जो किया है दूसरों के लिए, जो बच्चों के लिए किया है, उसकी जितनी बात की जाए उतनी कम है। चलिए मिलते हैं।
एक नामवर खानदान, कारोबारी घराना, एक सुरक्षित सरकारी नौकरी, जिनकी जिंदगी इतने आराम से गुजर रही हो, वो अक्सर जिंदगी में और ज्यादा आसाइशें पाने की जद्दोजहद में लग जाते हैं, या फिर अपनी जिंदगी के कंफर्ट जोन में सुकून वाली जिंदगी बिताते हैं। नादिया अलसायक, इनको ये सब कुछ विरासत में मिला था, लेकिन इन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी का मकसद कुछ और बनाया। वो मकसद था दूसरों के लिए जीना। इन्होंने उन बच्चों के साथ जिंदगी बिताने का फैसला किया जो कुछ लेस फॉर्चुनेट हैं, चिल्ड्रन विद स्पेशल नीड्स। जी हां दोस्तों, ये आज ऐसे ही करीब 80 बच्चों के लिए मां समान हैं। कुछ ऐसे बच्चे जिनका इस दुनिया में कोई सहारा नहीं, कुछ ऐसे बच्चे जिनको सिर्फ प्यार की जरूरत है। नादिया ने इन बच्चों के सर पर अपना प्यार भरा हाथ रखा है। उन्हें अपनाया है और वो सब कुछ दिया है जो शायद उनके अपने माँ बाप भी नहीं दे सकते थे। ये बच्चे नादिया को अपनी माँ समझते हैं। उनके आते ही इनके मासूम चेहरों और आंखों में नादिया के लिए जो प्यार दिखाई देता है, इसका अंदाजा सिर्फ वो लगा सकता है जो इस दर्द को समझता हो। नादिया ऐसी ही इंसान है।
आसमां कैसे कैसे।
Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready to answer all my questions?
Inshallah.
Okay. Please tell us something about yourself. Before you started this center, what were you doing?
Well, I was working in Ministry of Social Affairs as a Vice Director of a Special Needs Department. I've worked in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai and all over UAE, the special needs centers, and even the private sector. I was taking care of some of the census centers because of my position in the Ministry of Social Affairs.
You started by adopting kids. When did you feel that you need to adopt kids? You remember that day, that particular day when you thought that you need to do this?
I was against of keeping them in a hospitals. I mean, I was thinking this is not the right place for them. So they have to find a family, respite, should feel home. So I was thinking of having home with to make the atmosphere of families. I brought a supervisor, I just felt of having brother and sisters instead of having children with giving them only services. So this was my starting with census, to find them a home for the orphans special needs.
You were on a big position, you were really busy. For the first time when you shared this thought with your parents, with your family, how did they react?
They were against of it, but the only my husband, he supported me a lot, and he said just go for it, and he didn't even mind of my retardation, leaving my position in Ministry of Social Affairs, and he said if you think in this way of just helping those orphans, special needs children, I can help you as much as I can. And even by the time he left his job and he started to help me, and alhamdulillah, I've got a very big support from my father also by that time, and he saw I was serious for that. And I'm a very lucky person to have, mashallah, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, and give me the chance to take care of his kids, because I think they've born in Allah and they came to the life with no parents. So I think the right person for them is His Highness. He's the real father for them, and my chance is to adopt and take care of his children. And he supported me a lot with the beginning of census, and now with having this big building, really.
Wow. Ford the Extraordinary, आसमा कैसे कैसे। आज के एपिसोड में हमारे साथ नादिया मैम हैं। ब्रेक के बाद इनसे बहुत सारी बातचीत और भी चलती रहेगी, देखते रहिए।
आसमां कैसे कैसे।
वेलकम बैक। आप देख रहे हैं फोर्ड द एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी, आसमा कैसे कैसे। आज की एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी शख्सियत नादिया अलसाई। Please tell us something about your center. How many kids are there and what all happen in that center?
It's a residential and care of special needs. As I told you, it's an orphan special needs. They have daycare and the respite, or the residential. They come early in the morning. After we take care of the kids and changing them, giving them breakfast, brushing them, giving them their medicine, all this, and then we take them to the other building, which is the main building of services. We give, there are a lot of things we had started with them, like speech therapy, hydrotherapy, it's something new also, and we used to have, take them for a hypotherapy, sensory therapy, physiotherapy, massage, occupational therapy, all these services are very important to make them survive and feel happy. Plus the activities, which is very important. At least 3 times a week we take them outing. We take them so many places, cinema, centers, malls, shopping malls, to the beach. I mean, just make them feel happy.
There are more than 80 kids in your center. You know, it's difficult to look after each of them. Do you have team of experts who all are
Yes,
there?
alhamdulillah, this is the most important. Before I bring the child or accept the child, I have to find the people who will take care of them, because I cannot leave the children without staff. So I have to find people who can come and take care of them. Plus, they have to be licensed through the Dubai Healthcare City. There is a rotation of doctors who comes and visit census, dentist, neurologist, pediatric. So some volunteers. I think I'm very lucky to have those staffs, because really they're working there very hard, and it's not easy to work with the very severe cases that I have at census. So I think I thank my God always for those staff, because really I'm lucky. They do their best, and I'm sure 100%, even if their parents were there, they will not give them that much care and love they do at census.
Since you're talking about the center, we have someone here from your center. Let's hear him.
My name is Aris. I'm one of the physiotherapists in census, and being a physiotherapist is really a big task for us. You know, there are a lot of responsibilities with the children, especially working with special needs children. And most of the kids here are severe cases, and it's really a difficult job for us. But with the help of census, you know, with the help of Madam Nadia Khalil Al-Saeh, she opened a very, very, very nice center, which is a non-profit organization. And all the children with disabilities, you know, they are welcome here. Even the poor family, we accept all the kids with special disabilities. The motto of actually census is to everyone needs someone else. That's why she built this center to help others, you know, in a giving unconditional loves. Like, she wants these kids to be to build a better future. She welcomes everybody, whatever nationality or whoever you are. She welcomes everybody.
Wow. God bless you for doing this.
Thank you very much.
Who manages the center in your absence when you're traveling or when you're out?
Yes, I'm very lucky with Dr. Lena. MashaAllah, she's really a brave lady. She's giving all her life to my kids. And I respect her because really she loves my kids. They're her kids at the same time. Whenever, anytime, any visitors, anyone who would like to come and census, they can feel how much hard work she's
putting in.
Yes, in this center. And as Aris said, the children we have are very severe cases. They need one-to-one. And because they're very costly and it's not easy to find good people, plus to cover the cost of the people whom I'm bringing, I'm trying to manage it through 3-to-1. But still, Dr. Lena is the domino, really. She's the final court of census. I'm lucky to have her because she's really supporting me in so many places. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
That's also made the families happy to meet her.
Wow. So we spoke about her. She's here with us. She has something to say.
I met her sister in the airplane while I came from Saudi Arabia. I had conference here and I met her, and she told me about the story of census and about the work of her sister. Then when after 2 days I met her here at census, and I liked the place. She started in 2004. They started with 2 kids. I started to assist the kids in the beginning. Then after a while, in 2006, I started with her as a permanent job. She's a great mother. She's a great sister. She's a great manager. She has amazing. I found that she has really has amazing job. I believe in her values, in her attitudes, in her in the challenges, and she can face all the challenges from the beginning. The number of the kids increase and increase and increase, and she is welcome any orphan handicap, and she's great with everyone here. If I want to say, I will say we love you, we respect you. We are so happy here working with a wonderful manager, wonderful mother, wonderful sister like you.
Wow. How do you feel when people talk about you like this?
Alhamdulillah, I hope I can be as they think how I am. But I always thank my God for good people who are around me, really, because without them I can't do anything for Senses. I still need everyone. I appreciate the job of everyone at Senses. And this is what I'm always telling Dr. Lina. Even the maids, the cook, anyone who do a single work to Senses is giving a big support. Maybe people cannot feel it, but we inside Senses can feel. And I thank them all, and I need them all. And I hope I can do good things for them, to thank them and appreciate what they do to Senses.
फोर्ड दी एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी आसमा कैसे कैसे बात हो रही है नादिया अलसाइग मैम से, और इनकी ज़िंदगी के बारे में, इनके सेंटर के बारे में, इनके इतने सारे बच्चों के बारे में और भी बातचीत चलती रहेगी, देखते रहिए।
आसमां कैसे कैसे।
वेलकम बैक, आप देख रहे हैं फोर्ड दी एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी आसमा कैसे कैसे। मैम, आई हैव सो मेनी क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क. I don't know, because there's so much about your life. Please tell us something about the kids. You know, kids with parents, they act and behave differently, but orphans must be very difficult to deal with them emotionally.
It is really difficult, especially when they came from bad circumstances.
True.
I had a call once from one of my friends saying that there is a girl, special need girl, in the garbage and living with the dogs, and the mother is psychological patient, psychiatric patient. So, and it was not easy to go to that place and find the child.
True.
So this is one of the cases. I mean, for them as a special need, if they are mentally retarded, or it's with their situation, you don't think of how to treat them unless you make them feel happy to change their situation.
True.
But there are some cases I got, like one boy, his father used to sell him in other countries. So when he came to me, he just wanted to find this way of killing his dad, and he is in the age of 12 or 11 by that time. So I think the most important thing I do at Senses is psychological treatment.
True. Ma'am, we spoke about orphans. You also have special kids in your center.
Yeah.
How do their parents react to this? They support you. How often do they come to the center?
Most important is to follow respect the policy of Senses. I don't want them to feel that they had a place that they kept their children and that's it. No, I want them, even the parents themselves, they should love the place because we had given them a hand. It's compulsory to follow the policy of visiting the children and taking care of children. At least at the end of the week or any holidays, when they are free, they should come and spend time with their children.
Ma'am, lots of people wanted to talk about you today, from your center, from parents. We have a couple of parents who have something to say about you. Let's hear.
Madame Nadia, what can I say? About her, I mean, she's the mother. She's a second mother to my children. She's very, loving person, very generous. Like, you really feel safe having your kids here with them, either as a daycare or even as a, as a home here for children. For me especially, like, 1,000 words will not be enough for Nadia. It's enough, like, when my son see her, or not even see her, just hear her voice, they just start laughing and, giggling, which means that that children loves her, When children loves a person and adults, then that's it, that this person is really clear heart.
My name is Dima, and my son's name is Alfonso. He's Halloween child. We came from America when he was 3 years old. And of course, we came from the best school for these cases. I don't know how we did find Madame Nadia. We call it not a school or not a villa, second home for Alfonso, and I think for the rest of the kids. We're satisfied with the facilities, with everything they've been giving to these kids. Because I feel free, we trust this place, we feel secure to send our kids to here. I mean, 2 years ago we went to America when we left Alfonso here with his nanny for 1 month. We came back, he's happy in his environment, with his friends. All I will tell you, she's superwoman to deal with these cases in a super place with super kids, special needs kids. You know, I wish in the future, like they have too many women like her to look after these kids.
हंसते ही देखा है खुशियों को रोते भी देखा है
All I will say about Madame Nadia, or I will send my message to Madame Nadia. We love her so much, and I hope God give her many, 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 many years, because we need her, and all these kids need her. Thank you so much, Madame Nadia. We appreciate all your help, and we really need you all for further future. Thank you so much. We love you all.
You truly are superwoman. I can't deal this for like 30 seconds. You do this every day. I don't have words for you.
I really hate to see the tears in mother's eyes, because I can feel how much hard when they look at their children, they're abnormal. And I hope I can help give them really that big hand. I hope if I can make them happy.
Inshallah. Who is your role model? Where do you get inspiration from, Nadia ma'am?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, my country, from Allah yarhamah, His Highness Sheikh Zayed and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, who gifted me this place. Those brave people around me are my models.
So before you leave, you want to thank anyone in your life, in the center, anyone you want to thank?
I would like to thank my father, and big thank to my husband, big thank to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed that gave me the opportunity to work for his kids, and who did the big building for me and make it really easy to take care of those children.
Thank you so much. May God give you everything you wish for, all the strength, all the power.
And thank you for your group, and thank you for your program. Really, you gave me even the chance to speak about census, and I hope I can make people around me happy. And believe me, I need them more than they needs me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
The extraordinary, really. Thank you so much.
Shukran.
Ford the extraordinary आसमां कैसे कैसे। आज के एपिसोड में नादिया अलसाई ने हमें बताया कि बच्चों के सर पर हाथ कितना ज़रूरी है। कुछ अनाथ बच्चे और कुछ स्पेशल किड्स जिन्हें बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान की ज़रूरत है, चेहरे पर बगैर किसी शिकन के दिन भर और हर रोज़ ये उन बच्चों के लिए जीती हैं। अगले हफ्ते एक बार फिर एक ऐसी शख्सियत के साथ हम लौटेंगे। देखते रहिए फोर्ड द एक्स्ट्रॉर्डिनरी आसमां कैसे कैसे, और हमेशा की तरह फेसबुक पर और ट्विटर पर हमें अपने फीडबैक्स देते रहिए। खुदा हाफिज़।
इसी ज़मीं पे मिले हैं हमको आसमां कैसे कैसे, आसमां कैसे कैसे, आसमां कैसे कैसे।
It sees things other cars can't. How far can Ford technology take you?